Hi, it's Karen Dubs with FlexibleWarrior.com, and today we're doing something a little different. So I realized that even though we're athletes, most of us are also desk warriors, as well as flexible warriors, right? Or inflexible warriors in many of our cases. But anyway, so just because of the, we have to work, to pay the bills and all that kind of good stuff. Also things like Facebook and Twitter and just society in general, emails that pile up. We're sitting on the computer a good bit of the day. And I realize that. I know your time is limited, so I always try to share with you quick segments that you can hopefully work into your busy lives. So right now we're going to do a desk warrior sequence. And just a few quick stretches and things that you can do while you're sitting at your desk. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to talk about posture. And I know it's a boring topic, but truthfully, it's the one thing that can really save your low back and keep you uplifted and upright as the years go by. So I'm going to turn to the side, and so I don't have to tell you this, right? You already feel that throughout the day, and if you're sitting at your computer right now, you're probably, as the hours go on, the posture more and more, gravity starts to pull you down and you're here. And what I want you to just notice is if your ears come in front of your shoulders at any time, okay? And then what we want to do is create alignment always in the body. So we're looking for the ears and the shoulders and the hips to be in alignment when we're in a sitting position. Okay, so just try that right now, and you can just let your arms relax by your side and maybe rotate the thumbs out a little bit. So look straight forward so that the nose is aligned straight forward, and then take the crown of your head and pull. Imagine there's a string attached to it. Lengthen and pull that string up to the ceiling. Lift and open the heart always. Draw the belly muscles gently in, and then drop the tailbone straight into your chair. So you feel hopefully now that your ears are over your shoulders and your shoulders are over your hips. And again, just a quick check for you throughout the day. Anytime the head and the ears come in front of the shoulders, then that's your indicator and your cue to bring yourself back into alignment. Okay? Secondly, a quick thing that you can do along with that is reach behind you. I'm going to just turn away from the camera. So if you reach behind yourself and grab onto your wrists, depending on your flexibility, your forearms, your elbows maybe, or some of you might be really flexible and you can press your palms together like this. Let me get my Twitter account back up here. It went into hibernation. So, but anyway, that's just an easy seated heart opener. And when you grab behind your back, it's a lot harder to be here, right? It just encourages us to be more open, to have an open heart, to open the front of the body, which is of course what we want. Okay, so that's a really important one. A couple other quick stretches that you can do is, one of my favorites is a hip stretch. So hips, because we sit a lot, hip flexors and hips are really tight. So something you can do quickly in your chair is just take your, and I would kick off your high heels if you can, or your shoes if you can quickly kick them off. If not, keep them on. But you can take, it's nice to get your shoe, off, isn't it? Ankle across the opposite thigh, and then the knee drops out to the side, and you hopefully probably feel a hip stretch. And you can progress that a little bit and make the hip stretch a little deeper by just hinging the chest a little bit towards that front shin and thigh. Okay, so this is a seated version of your pigeon pose that we do, in our yoga classes, in a reclined position, in a prone position. Hip openers always, pigeon stretches. All right, so just take a few breaths here and just let that hip open and stretch. It should feel good. And then once you've stayed there for a few breaths, you can come out of that, pull your knee into your chest, lift up, pull back, and then release out of that and get the same thing on the other side. So kick off your shoe quick. Bare feet if you can. Ankle across your thigh, knee drops out to the side. Acknowledge and accept that one hip will be more open or more tight than the other side, and that is okay. Again, if you want to feel more of a stretch, you just take the torso and the rib cage and hinge it in the direction of this front calf or shin. All right, you feeling that? Good hip stretch? Do that for a couple breaths, and then come on out of it. And the last thing is just an easy seated twist. So plant your feet flat on the floor, knees together, feet together, squeeze your knees together. Come back into alignment with that lifted chest and that tall posture. Take one hand across the opposite knee, Take the other hand behind and grab onto the back of the chair, like low on the back of the chair, or just bring your hand down to your low back, okay? Sit up tall and then twist the spine and look over the shoulder. This is so good for your back. So you're just kind of wringing out the spine a little bit. And then after you've held that for a few breaths, just get the other side. So hand across the opposite knee, other hand behind the sacrum tailbone, lift up the chest, align the spine, look over your shoulder, twist, and then come on out of it. Okay, good. So those are some quick, easy stretches that you can do as a break while you're sitting at the desk, especially if you've been sitting for a long period of time. Take those little quick stretch breaks. Get outside, take a quick lap around the building if you can, or drink a lot of water, or all three of those things. It will refresh and rejuvenate you for the rest of your day. All right, desk warriors, get back to work now. You can find me on Twitter and on Facebook, both under Flexible Warrior as well. So we can hook up there. All right, until then, thanks. Namaste.